Hello guys, this is Isaac Simple and Real. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Kindly, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share. This is a channel where we should talk about issues concerning averting HIV and sexually transmitted infection stigma in our society. And we always say that being positive about HIV is not necessarily being HIV positive. Thank you guys for your kind support, for supporting this channel, and for your continued support of this channel. This is Isaac Simple and Real. Today we'll be talking about a new topic in the management of HIV, and today we'll be talking about HIV in children. Guys, have you realized that you can be able to prevent HIV infection when you are unborn and to your breastfeeding child when you are still HIV positive? The other thing, do you guys know that if you are HIV positive, it is not a guarantee that you transmit to your spouse or to your children? Thank you. Today we'll be learning more about that. We are saying that we already have found the cure for HIV, and the cure for HIV we are going to see as we continue. Thank you guys. To start with, let's start with, guys, if you're HIV positive or if you're HIV negative, do you know that there are three modes of treatment that you can be offered in case you have a risk of acquiring HIV or in case you're HIV positive? Did you know that we have a post-exposure prophylaxis, which we also call it pumpkin eating program, that is normally used for those who have already exposed themselves to HIV virus and prevent them from acquiring the virus? Do you guys know that if you are on an ongoing risk of acquiring HIV infection, you can be able to be started on pre-exposure prophylaxis, or what we normally call it PrEP, and prevent you from acquiring the virus, and therefore preventing you from spreading the same infection to other people? Do you guys also know that when you're HIV positive and you're adherent to the current regimen of ARV treatment, you cannot transmit HIV to any other person when you are virally suppressed? This means that, guys, if you take good adherence to the current ARV therapy, you cannot transmit HIV, not even to your unborn child or to your breastfeeding child or to your spouse. Also, these guys could be the next cure for HIV. Imagine in future, if you have HIV and you have good adherence to the treatment, that is to your ARVs, and you take good adherence to your medication, imagine you'll be stopping the spread of the virus. Just imagine this: for the next 15 years or for the next 20 years, there will be no new infections of HIV. And this could be the cure for HIV. Imagine you could be the solution for HIV infection that has lasted for over, I think now it's around over 40 years. Imagine from 1984. Over 40 years of HIV in your country, in the global area. You could be the solution. You could be the solution. Imagine, guys, if you really were keen on HIV prevention, that is, prevention as a mode of cure for HIV infection, we could be very far. And these guys could be our solution. This is what I'm pushing for, guys. We are pushing for, guys. So if your kid is HIV positive, do not give up. Start the kid on or give the kid ARV treatment. Also, encourage them. Avert this issue of stigma. Imagine if we can be able to avert stigma, our kids who are HIV positive will get good adherence to their medication, and the risk of transferring the same virus to their spouses will be minimal, because if they are empowered and they do not have the stigma, they'll be able to say their HIV status to their spouses. If their viral load is maybe high, their spouses will be able to take prevention against the virus. If they are virally suppressed, the risk even of transmitting the virus is not there. So it means that they'll be able to live like those who are HIV negative, yet they are taking their medication. Their spouses are not taking the medication. Actually, currently we are saying that. And we are saying that undetectable is equal to untransmissible, meaning that if you are virally suppressed, you cannot transmit the virus to any other person. Do you see this, guys? Do you see the change that you are making by averting stigma? Do you see the burden that we are offloading from our government from buying ARV drugs? Do you see, guys, the future is on averting stigma and adherence to medication and prevention of HIV spread? Do you see, guys? This is where we are going. This is the future, and the future is brighter if we take good adherence to the medication currently if you are HIV positive. And if you are on an ongoing risk of acquiring the virus, maybe if you are engaging in multiple sex, you have multiple sexual partners, or maybe your partner is engaging in risky behavior or having multiple sexual partners, or maybe having sex under influence of drugs. Do you see, guys? We can be able to avert the issue of HIV stigma if you are persistent. We are persistent in HIV prevention mechanisms, which include pre-exposure prophylaxis for those on an ongoing risk, post-exposure prophylaxis or pumpkin eating program for those who have engaged in a risk and it is within 72 hours and they have tested negative for HIV. And lastly, adherence to medication for those who are HIV positive in a serodiscordant relationship. If you adhere to your medication and you are virally suppressed, the risk of transmitting HIV to your unborn child or to your breastfeeding child is almost nil. And also, chance of transmitting the same virus to your spouse is almost nil. The other thing, for those who are HIV positive, anza clinic mapema. Anzia clinic mapema. That is the ANC clinic if you are pregnant. And also, ukishajifungua, it's very, very important. Ukishajifungua, anzisha mtoto wako on prophylaxis kama vile unaelezwa na daktari wako wa kliniki. Imagine if all those children who are born by HIV positive mothers are initiated on HIV exposed infant prophylaxis early, since they are born till they are weaned and they stop breastfeeding. Imagine we could be having zero transition or zero children, zero number of children turning HIV positive. Imagine. Maybe if we can be able to initiate this now, in the next 10 years or in the next 5 years, we'll be having zero new infant infected with HIV virus. And this could be a solution, and the solution could start with you. Imagine you, if you have a relative who is HIV positive, if you could have supported them, because taking ARVs is not a short journey, it's a long journey. So if you could have supported them to take their medication every day, you ensure they are taking their medication. If they are having depression because of the continuity of their medication, support them. If you could have supported them, they could not have lost hope and felt that they could also transmit the virus to any other person. They could have felt empowered even to avert this issue of stigma. You could be the solution. Guys, let's support this. Let's support this movement. And guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. And remember, if you every day you wake up, every day you sleep. Guys, remember that being positive about HIV is not necessarily being HIV positive. Na pamoja, we are the solution for HIV, and HIV has a cure, and the cure is you, to avert stigma, to promote HIV prevention. And also, if you're HIV positive, remember, breaking the chain of transmission is the solution. By adhering to your medication, lowers the chances of you spreading the same virus to any other person. Guys, I love you. I cannot say more about this. I love you so much. And guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like, and share. Naitwa Isaac, simple and real. I love you so much. Bye bye.